Hi guys, welcome back. So I'm really excited to show you guys my early Valentine's Day gifts that I got for myself. I feel like Valentine's Day obviously is a day that we celebrate love, we celebrate happiness, we celebrate the joy that we have for each other. But more importantly, I think we should celebrate that love that we have for ourselves. And I am single on this Valentine's Day weekend. But being single for me is not something new, right? Like, I'm used to being single, at least for the past, how many years? 3 years I've been single. And I think I'm used to it. Like, I'm used to being single. I'm used to being just alone by myself for the most part. I'm used to just loving myself. I think that self-love is like obviously the best love, I think, because nobody can compete with the love that I have for myself. It's just difficult to compete with that. Like the way I nurture myself, I treat myself. I should take this off. I actually just got in, you guys. I came back from Brooklyn today. But it's like, no, it's difficult to compete with the way that I nurture and love myself. Like the way I treat myself to nice food. Like, it's just difficult for men to compete with that. Not to say that there aren't men who can measure up. But it's just, I think it's just difficult. Because my standards are just like, my standards are just up here. So I did go to Brooklyn today. I went to downtown Brooklyn to celebrate the Lunar New Year. You guys, you know, it's a Chinese holiday. And I'm just feeling really great right now because I'm looking at my Valentine's Day gift that I got myself, and I'm gonna show you guys what I got. Check this out. It's so adorable. It's so adorable. All right, look. Check it out. Check this out, you guys. This is a really cute bag that it came in. It says, just for you. It has glitter. It's like red glitter all over it. And then I'm going to pull out what's inside. What's inside? Oh, it's so cute. It's so cuddly. I just had to get this for myself because, of course, I'm single, so I don't have a Valentine. But listen, I am my own Valentine. He's so cute. Look at him. He's just like, he's looking at me. He's just so lovable. So he was so cute. I couldn't resist. I had to get that. I saw him waiting for me. He was waiting for me in Brooklyn when I was on my way to the Lunar New Year celebration in downtown Brooklyn. And he's just like, get me, get me. Yo, he's so soft. Oh my gosh. So lovable. I don't know what to name him. What should I name him? What should I name my teddy bear? He's so cute. Let's see. What should I name him? Should I name him Horace? I don't know. Should I name him... You guys, help me name my teddy bear. He's so adorable. And I also went to Junior's, you guys. I treated myself to a nice lunch today in downtown Brooklyn at Junior's. The customer service was like perfect. I ended up getting some fish. I forget what kind of fish I got, but it was some fish, some scallops, some shrimp. Just delicious. He said I should name him Stanley. Nah, he is not a Stanley. Stanley sounds like a European name. He's gonna get an African name. And yes, they just reopened Dine In, you guys, back in New York City. starting, I think yesterday. They said the governor was going to put it for Sunday, but it really didn't make any sense. So they did it for Friday yesterday. So it was really nice just being able to go back to a restaurant and dine in, because that's one of my favorite pastimes. And that's what I say, like, I think it's just difficult for a man to compete with the love that I have for myself, because I treat myself to some very fine restaurants, you guys. I'm not talking about Junior's. I mean, Junior's is just like, you know, it's regular, right? But I, like, listen, I know I deserve the best. He's so cute. Look at his nose. Aww. I don't know. What should I call him? Ebo. Should I call him Ebo? Ebo. Should I call him... I don't know. I'm really terrible with names, you guys. But I'm gonna think of a name to call him. So I'm trying to put him down, but he doesn't wanna get down. So I'm just gonna hold him here in my lap and show you guys what else I got for myself. But you're gonna have to get down. Listen, you can't stay in my lap the entire time. What? You can't stay in my lap the entire time. Alright. So, listen. I got some batteries, you guys. Some batteries. Ha ha ha. But guess what? They are the wrong kind. I got these the other day, and I was so disappointed to see, like, why is this thing bigger than... why is it not going inside? I got these for my vibrator, you guys, but they're one size too big, so I need to go back out and get some C batteries for my vibrator. It's for myself. Yes, 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 because I need to get a nice orgasm, and I'm not having intercourse with anyone because I'm single. I'm single, so I'm gonna set this guy down. I really don't know what to call him, but we'll think about it. I'm gonna set you right here, okay? So just relax, right there. All right. What else did I get? Oh, you guys, I got some nail polish. I'm going to paint my nails and my toenails. I got some hair oil. I got some coconut oil for my hair. Some sweet almond oil. I'm really excited to try it. I got 3 different types of oils, actually. Got some jojoba oil, too. I've tried the jojoba oil before. I usually use jojoba oil. It's really good for my scalp. My scalp absolutely loves it. I don't know if I tried coconut oil though. Let's see. How are you guys spending your weekend? Oh my gosh, this coconut oil smells so delicious. Let's see what this almond oil smells like. Listen, we gotta come up with a name for my teddy that I got for myself for Valentine's Day. I was gonna get some roses too, but I didn't want them to die on my way back home because it's so cold out. I'm just like, I'm gonna die out here in this cold. Yeah, jojoba oil. I've been using jojoba oil since I was like a teenager. It's really good. You say call him jojoba? That sounds like jojoba. Listen, jojoba sounds like it's too long. I want to like give him a really short name. Like, what about Joe? Nah. My dad's name is Joseph. Ooh, this almond. Sweet almond. Oh my gosh, I'm about to take this off. I just got back in today. Jojo. Call him Jojo. I don't know. It'll come to me. We'll see. Call him baby. Hey, baby. I'm going to try out some of this oil in my hair. Hey, baby. I have no idea. I'm trying to think. Like, my mind is like drawing a blank. I don't know. It'll come to me. I want a nice, strong name. Nice, dominant name. I think I'm going to try this almond in my hair. My scalp. Ooh. Yeah, it feels so good when I oil my scalp. So even like when I did date, because of course, like I've been single for the past 3 years, right? Since December 2017, I think I broke up with my ex. But I've been dating like here and there. I've been on so many dates. And I think what I noticed is just, it's difficult to impress me, I think. That's what it is. It's like, okay, the most impressive date that I went on was actually a year ago, where this guy from the Ivory Coast, he lives in New York City, but he's from Ivory Coast, West Africa. It's African, and he flew me out from LA to New York, took me to this really nice, fancy restaurant in Times Square, with a rotating floor. Like, I made a whole video about it. You guys can go back and watch that. And it was really nice, you guys. Like, I was really impressed. I mean, he had spent like over $1,000 just on the food itself. It was really impressive, right? So I think just when you have, like when you've experienced a higher level, right, of a standard, you know, in terms of dating, like I think that's what messes it up, right? Because now, like, you know what to expect, and especially when you give it to yourself too. Because not only, of course, I've experienced it with a guy treating me out to a really nice date, but also myself. Like, I treat myself to really nice food, you guys, and just experiences in general. So I think it's just hard for, like, when a guy proposes, oh, I'm gonna take you out, or let's go here, I'm just like, you better make sure it's done very right, because otherwise I'm just like, okay, I've done better for myself. You know, that usually is a problem, I think, that I experience. And so I just get turned off by guys. I'm just like, okay, I lose interest. I'm not interested anymore. I'm just like, I'm not interested. I mean, I'm like, you cool. You know what I'm saying? You're like a nice little brother, but you pinching your pennies, you know what I'm saying? Like, you just don't measure up. Like, you don't level up. You're not, like, to my standard. I'm not impressed, you know what I'm saying, by your gestures or whatever. So that's part of the reason why I'm single. And aside from that, it's just like a dominant man. And I have yet to meet a true dominant man. You saw my post about him? You say the date with the rich guy. I wouldn't say he was rich. I just say that he was. Look at this oil. It kind of drooped down on my neck, which is good, because this oil that I'm using for my hair is good for your neck. So it's okay if it like comes down on my neck too. But I wouldn't say, was he rich? For me, rich is relative, because shit, you gotta have money to, I feel like, to live comfortably in New York City, period. You know what I'm saying? So what's rich to like the rest of the country is just regular average for New Yorkers, right? So like 6 figures plus a year, that may be considered rich in a lot of people's mind who live outside of New York City. But that's just like regular. That's like, to me, that's okay. That's like standard. You know what I'm saying? You can live comfortably off of, you know, 100K plus in New York. So he was like, yeah, he was like in that range or whatever. But it was, you know, he was cool. It was just some other issues that I'm just like, nah. So I oiled my scalp with the almond oil. So now I'm going to use, I think I'm going to use a coconut oil for like apply to my actual hair. I'm made to be poly. I don't know if I'm made to be poly. I'm interested in polyandry. More than one husband. I'm interested in that, but you know what? No, I know what it is. I like a dominant man. Men don't know what it means to be dominant. They think it means being aggressive, and that's somewhat part of it, but no, it means like, yo, can you handle your own? Can you be able to provide, take care of family? Like the traditional man. These men, like, they do so much to turn me off, you know? And then I'm 37, I don't have kids, and of course, a lot of men my age, once you get to this age in your life, most men have kids at this age. Some men don't, though. There are a lot of men I come across who do not have kids, which, all right, it works for me, but, you know, it's like, you know what, I have a preference for men who don't have kids, but if you do have kids, I'm like, all right, I could probably work with that. But what's the situation? You know what I'm saying? You got to be able to have a mature conversation, insightful conversation surrounding that situation with your baby mama and how, you know, what's going on. Because I got to make sure history don't repeat itself. Like, I ain't trying to be nobody's baby mama. Baby. Stanley, you live in Brooklyn, right? No, dominant man can stand on his own feet without complaints, without applying aggression. Yeah, dominance is just about being like, yo, dudes don't know what it means to be a man. They be sitting up here scrambling around on who's gonna pay for the first date. I'm just like, okay, you that concerned about that, then you are not my caliber. Which means to let me know, like, okay, in case, like, this is the thing. Because I think guys sometimes misinterpret, like, a woman who is trying to check to see, okay, where a man's pockets are, right? Because they think like, oh, she's a gold digger. But no, a woman is just making sure that he can provide, making sure that he's set. Because these guys be wanting to come in a woman, right? Go have sex without protection. And you know what I'm saying? Mistakes happen. Freaking a baby comes. And then they're like, oh, they struggling financially. Like, that's not ever going to be me. I'm going to point that out. You know what I'm saying? That's not ever going to be, because number one, I can take care of myself. I can take care of another child too. But for me, it just turns me on to know that I am with a man. A man, you know what I'm saying? Head of household. That's a man. Do I have to explain? See, these men don't know what it is to be a man nowadays. It's like you got to elaborate and explain. It's just like, you got to ask me what it means to be dominant. I'm already turned off at this point. I don't want to talk to you. So that's my dilemma. Which, you know, some people say, oh, well, you too picky. No, it's not too picky. Listen, the universe going to send me the right man when it's time. And until then, guess what? I'm just focusing on me and my career. Which, y'all, I just realized, like, yo, I graduate freaking May. You know how you, like, so busy going, working. You focus. And you're like, bam. I have arrived. So 3 months, you guys, from now, I will be graduating with my PhD in clinical psychology. I'm so excited. It's just like, wow. I'm applying for my postdoc now. This year, I applied for licensure as a psychologist. I am about to be traveling, you guys. I got my passport, actually, I think 2 years ago. And I plan to travel, like, to different countries in Africa last year, but you guys know what happened. The pandemic happened, so I was not able to do that. So that was unfortunate, but I mean, it is what it is. But I do plan to travel, so that's going to be part of my work, you know, as a person who gives back to the community and to the world, just to travel. Like, I have so much, I'll talk about it. You guys can see. I'd rather show you guys than talk about it. But the way dominance is defined through others is beyond me. Oh, yes, congrats on getting your doc. Listen, how do you define dominance? Yeah, because men be thinking like, oh, it's just, I can fuck her good. That's all you bring to the table is good dick? Like, I'm planning for the future. I'm future oriented. So I'm trying to, when I ask guys, like when I'm dating, right, and I ask guys, do you live alone? To me, that's a very important question. Do you live alone? How they answer that question, listen, it's gonna determine the course of how I proceed with that man. I just guys be like, no, I live with my mama. I'm helping my mom out. I live with family. It's like, listen, ain't nothing wrong with living with, like, you know, your mom or family, but like, I live alone in Upper East Side. I have my own 1-bedroom apartment. Nobody lives here with me, right? My rent is over $2K a month. I pay it by myself. So yes, I need a man to be able to match that, you know? And going forward, it's just like, okay, we're dating, you know, I want to make sure like he's financially set. Because listen, I'm ready to build. When I say build, that's like build a family. These dudes ain't ready. They're not ready. They struggling financially. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not to want to look down on somebody because listen, we all been there. I've been there struggling, or whatever. I know what it's like, but it's just like, you know, just find somebody who's compatible with you. We're not compatible. Don't get mad at me because we're just not compatible, you know. And yes, it does make a man feel a certain kind of way when a woman out earns him, right? When she has a higher social status than he has, like it makes him feel a certain kind of way. That's the thing. What I mean by dominant, I don't need to date a man who is intimidated by my success, right? And a lot of men I come across, they like, it's like, oh, PhD. Oh, can you handle that? I already got it. It's already done. Where you been at? You know what I'm saying? Like, can you handle that? You know, asking me questions like that, like, that makes me wonder, like, American Dreamer, yes, Tranisa, how are you doing? It's been a long time since I seen you in my video. Being able to adapt and overcome overwhelming challenges is my definition of dominant. Exactly, because we are under attack. Everybody knows that, you know. The black man and black woman are under attack. And so can we come together as a black man, as me being a powerful black woman, you being a confident, secure black man, can we come together as black woman, black man, and build and procreate and have some babies? Listen, when I say I'm ready to have some babies back to back, back to back, back to back. You know what I'm saying? Can you handle that? We can put our finances together. It's not that, oh, I'm looking, you know, for a man to pay for every single thing. Nah. You know? I come with something, obviously, to the table, you know what I'm saying? I come with finances, too. We can put that together and let's make some magic happen. But yeah, a lot of these guys, you know, they be drinking, they smoke. You know, ain't nothing wrong with drinking, because listen, I just had me a couple glasses of Pinot Grigio when I was just at the restaurant in Brooklyn. You know, so I have my little glass of Pinot Grigio here and there, whatever. So, you know, nothing wrong with drinking, but they be doing that out of hand. I just met like this very beautiful, I'm talking about, he had some beautiful skin, dark complexion. He was from the island. What island was he from? I can't even remember. But anyway, he was from the island. We just met. We went on a date a couple weeks ago. But then on a date, he's telling me that he used to have this alcohol problem where he would end up on people's roofs and in their backyard. And I'm just like, you say it was an alcohol problem, but part of me make me think like it's still a problem for you, because he was like, oh, he asked me what I was about to do when we left the restaurant. This was a couple weeks ago. And I was like, you know, I'm going home chilling. He was like, oh, yeah, I'm about to go home and probably, you know, drink. I'm just like, yeah. Yeah. The oil is like, it's kind of seeping down from my scalp onto my neck. But I just rub it in. I like to use oil. So when I come on live, you guys see like my face is like oily. It's not sweat. It's oil. I put oil on my face. I'm just like, hell no. I'm just like, hell no. Thanks, Tranisa. You doing good. That is good to hear. So, you know, it's okay to be single. It's okay, you know. Of course, who doesn't like to be hugged, to be loved, to be nurtured, to be just strip off your clothes and just fuck you motherfucking good. Who don't like that? I know I do. It's more of it. The man can step up and get that PhD. But listen, he ain't got to get a PhD. School ain't for everybody. Just because I got, you know, a degree don't mean he got to have a degree. That's not a requirement of mine. He just got to, you know, you got to match what I bring to the table. Or more, you know. And not be intimidated by it. A lot of men I've met, went on dates with, black men say they're not intimidated by a successful black woman. They say, well, I want me a smart woman. I want me a woman who got her own. She's independent. That's me. But when they come across it, they are intimidated, yo. They be shaking in their boots. And they say certain little sly things, you know. Like, it's offensive, you know. I'm like, I work hard to where I get where I am. So for you to say, like, try to knock my education, like, don't do that. I don't need a man like that in my life, you know. I need a man who's going to encourage me and appreciates me and not try to feel a certain kind of way because, you know, I have more whatever education than him. But it's not just about education. It's about what's in your mind. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes men, they get it mixed up. They get it mixed up. Basically, you're looking for a man who is well-rounded and level. Nothing wrong with it. Yes. They do. They say they're not intimidated. I made a video about this when I was in LA. And I made a video about, you know, men being intimidated by a woman's success. And you're like, well, I ain't intimidated. It's just that black women have a problem with throwing their credentials and throwing their stuff up in a man's face. It's like, I don't throw anything in a man's face. If you asking me, what do I do for a living? And I'm telling you what I do, but then your response is this little smart, sarcastic comment. It's just like, because they're not used to that. That's the problem. I'm coming across men who just are not used to dating a woman of my caliber. You know, with my credentials, with my experience, with my level of income. You understand what I'm saying? They're not used to that. So they do feel a certain kind of way. I was talking to a man recently, live in Brooklyn, and he asked me, where you live at? We both asked each other, you know, just getting to know each other. And he was like, oh, where you live? Where you live? So I was like, you know, I live in Manhattan. And I said, you know, UES, which stands for Upper East Side. He didn't even know what UES meant. I'm like, okay, are you originally from New York? Because if you are, most New Yorkers know what Upper East Side is. But a lot of times, New York is so big, right? You got people that live in Brooklyn that don't really know much about the neighborhoods in Manhattan. I'm not even from New York, but I know a lot about New York because I just been around, I explore, and you know, me saying that I live in, and I told him I live in Upper East Side. He was like, oh, uppity. Like, why does it have to be like that? I feel like if I meet a guy who's of my caliber, he's not gonna comment on certain things like that. In that way, he's gonna, you know, it's gonna be regular for him because he also falls within that category. You know what I'm saying? Like if I met a man who lives in Upper East Side, he's not gonna be like, oh, uppity, because we both live in the same neighborhood. He's just gonna be like, oh, okay, you live close by me, or you know, what's your favorite restaurant in the neighborhood? You know, like we can build upon a conversation from that. Not like he's creating like this divide between where I live and where he lives, and it just makes it kind of awkward and just uncomfortable, and it just messes up the conversation. So I'm holding this mask that I got. I'm going to apply it in this video. So y'all, these things I'm showing you guys are gifts I got for myself for Valentine's Day. I treat myself to very nice things. This is not just for Valentine's Day. I do things for myself like this on a regular basis. And I'm overdue for a spa treatment, actually. Yes, Trinice, they are intimidated. They are. Brooklyn is a really nice borough, by the way. I wanted to live in Brooklyn. I actually want to get a brownstone in Brooklyn. And that's another thing. When I begin to talk about, like, you know, my plans, my dreams, as far as what I want to do, you know when a person not on your level because they're looking at you like, do you know how much those brownstones are? Like, can you afford that? Like, I don't want to have a conversation with people like that. I don't want people like that in my sphere, in my space. I want people who motivate me, right? Who accomplish what I've accomplished and even more. I don't need people to feel intimidated by me. So for me, that's the most difficult thing, I think, when it comes to leveling up, so to speak, as a black person, because you're leveling up, but at the same time, you are having to let go of some things and people. And that's difficult. Because they just don't get it. They cannot relate. They can't identify with you. They just like, the hell is she talking about? She is dreaming. She is saying things that aren't even reachable in their mind. But I'm like, okay, just because you don't believe that you can own a brownstone in Brooklyn, which we know the brownstones in Brooklyn, they go for like $2 million and up, right? But they're really nice homes in Brooklyn. They're like townhomes, you know, with like 3 or 4 floors, you know, multiple bedrooms, like 5+ bedrooms, bathrooms. They have some that are really nice. They're like, on the outside, they're like traditional, like old school, historic. On the inside, they have remodeled them, so they're like upgraded fixtures, appliances. It's really beautiful, really nice, just my taste. I like that. I like that blend between like the old school traditional look, like the historic look, blended with like the modernized look when it comes to design for real estate. I love it, and that's where like I live now. Like the place where I live, my apartment now, it's just like a blend of the old and the new. I'm gonna try this. It's a charcoal mask. Work a quarter-size amount of charcoal hair mask through wet. Wait, this is for the hair? Okay, never mind. I thought it was for the face. Deep cleanses and conditions to absorb dirt, grime, and other impurities, locking in essential moisture to leave your hair smooth, silky, and frizz-free. Focusing on the ends first. Leave on for 2 to 3 minutes, then rinse with warm water. I wonder what, yo, I thought this was a freaking face mask, yo. But it's for the hair. I'm about to put it on my face. Because they say, what's good for your face is good for your hair. What's good for your hair is good for your face. Oh, and I came across this video. I think it was on Instagram. Somebody was making like some natural. Oh yeah, they was making some natural face exfoliating cream, and I'm gonna try that. They made it with, the ingredients were like eggshells, avocado, what's they call that, sea moss, yeah, and it was like, I think 1 other ingredient or 2 other ingredients. I'm like, oh hell yeah, this smells good. I don't really be putting stuff on my face like that. I wash my face with the Bronner Brothers Castile soap every time I take a shower, and then I dry my face off, and then I put Vaseline on my face. Is it the shea butter, I think, or cocoa butter Vaseline? This is the one with the brown cap. Is that cocoa butter or shea butter? I think it's cocoa butter. But either way, that's what I use, like, to put on my face to moisturize it after I wash my face. And that's it. I don't put nothing on my face. I use half of it, so I'm going to use the other half for my hair and save it. I'm overdue for a spa treatment. But yeah, these men, and listen, I understand there are some socio-political, cultural factors that play into the status of our African American men, right? So I'm not the one to like, oh, I rise up and then try to look down on these black men. But it's a lot. It's a lot to have to navigate. You know what I'm saying? As a black woman who's rising, and even statistics show that the black woman does out earn the black man. So most black men that I come across, yeah, I do make more than them. You know what I'm saying? I'm living better than they are, but that's not every black man though. You know what I'm saying? And then the ones who, let's say, out earn me, oftentimes them the ones they want the white women or the Latino women. They ain't, you know, not to say that they don't want a black woman, but I'm saying oftentimes, right? That's just the reality. You know what I'm saying? Black men level up. They think that it's better for them to get a white woman, or, you know, some other woman that is not black. And that's them. Everybody entitled to their own preference or whatever. I don't judge people for who they choose, but I'm just stating the reality. I'm just stating, you know what I'm saying, the reality of the situation from what I've seen. So it is what it is. But that ain't gonna stop me from being happy and enjoying life and treating myself. You know what I'm saying? I go on dates when I feel like, okay, it's worth it. But, you know, the guys I went on dates with, it was just like, it was cool. Like, we hung out here and there, but it's usually something that comes up and I just be like, I'll be looking at them like, I feel like one little fucker, I be looking at them like, you don't deserve me, my nigga. Like, yeah. I be like, what am I doing with you? And I think that's what it is, you know. Like, it's important. Sometimes people date down. They settle, so to speak. Don't do that. Because the slightest little thing a person does that you lower your standards for, like, yo, it's going to irritate the fuck out of you. You're going to be looking at that person like, I ain't even attracted to you like that. Like, yo, you don't even... It's no... What reason do you have to stay through the disappointment? Because granted, you know, nothing is perfect in any relationship. A person is going to disappoint you, right? You're going to be disappointed by certain things that may come up in a relationship, right? I'm talking about like minor things. I ain't talking about significant things that you should not go for, right? I'm just talking about little stuff, right? And so the little stuff that may disappoint you, that may come up, when you settle with a person, that shit is going to really get up under your skin. You're going to just be like, why am I with, like... I be having those moments, yo. I be like, ugh, like, we don't even have to be together. Like, you don't even have your own place. Like, you live with your mama. You live with your sisters. You live in a freaking basement apartment. Like, you're not even of my caliber. You have a child. Like, those kind of things be coming up. Like, when they do, like, little stuff, right? And so I just be like, nah, I be cutting them off. I just be like, I be like, what's up, Deidre? That's how I feel. I just be like, you know, so, you know, that's why I'm single. Cause I'm selective about who I like give my heart to. You know what I'm saying? And who I fall in love with, so to speak. Falling in love, I don't know. I think that's hard for me to do now, though. I just be analyzing dudes, you know. I be analyzing. I be putting them through the ringer. Make sure that they right. And I just love myself. I love myself so much to a very high degree. To a point where it's difficult. I think it's difficult for men to compete with the love I give myself. They can't. They cannot, y'all. This is a good topic here. Let me know what y'all think. Let me know. did y'all see John Legend? Oh my gosh, yo, he went live on Instagram yesterday with his wife, and yo, he sung like a selection of his songs. Oh my gosh. Yo, I was just like so turned up last night. I was so thankful for John Legend for doing that. I was just like, yes, 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 John Legend. You are the best. He's one of my favorite artists. I love me some John Legend. So high. Listen, I had to get me some toast. Toast, you guys. How y'all doing? I'm about to paint my nails. And my phone is about to die. I just got a notice saying that it was 15% left. And I'm going to do some painting today. I'm really excited. I'm going to do some painting. Oh yeah, I made me another smoothie mix with some ginger, with some bananas, some almond milk, orange juice, oranges. Yo, this stuff is so good. I put it in this bottle because I took it with me when I went to Brooklyn, but I didn't finish it. I'm definitely about to paint my nails, and I will catch you guys later. After this, I'm about to actually do some painting on canvas. But feel free to share your Valentine's Day gifts on this post. Like, I think love is a very beautiful thing between two or more people when it's, you know, mutual, it's authentic, it's genuine. It's beautiful. I know what love feels like. So that's why I'm not in a rush, because people, I think sometimes, you know, we all have different desires. Oh, I don't know what happened to my light, y'all. We all have different desires, different wishes, different motives, a different perspective on things and on life. And I get it. We all come to the table with different things that we want out of a relationship, you know. And if it's meant to be, it's gonna be. You know, if it's a match, it's a match. If it's not, it's not. Like, I'm the kind of person, like, I don't think it's necessary to stress over that. But I'm just content with what I have, where I'm at, and I'm not rushing it. You know, that's what it is. I think I've been single for a while, that I'm so content just being single, and I'm okay with dating too. I'm okay with both. So on that note, I am going to leave you guys with that. Happy Valentine's Day. I may come back tomorrow. It depends if I'm finished painting, to show you guys my finished work. You guys can see some of my paintings behind me that I've done. Yo, I have like 39 total paintings that I've done so far since October 28th when I first started painting. And it's just been a wonderful experience. But I will catch you guys later. Enjoy your Valentine's Day weekend. And I love you guys. Smooches. 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 Catch you guys later. Bye.